I said from 88 up to now, it was yesterday, tears started flowing my eyes. I was just looking at this. What is this? A dream story? What is happening? Such a brilliant person I've ever met. Omani hardly talks. You only put pen and paper. What you put on paper, anywhere you are going, you go with it.
Tintonte, yeah, no misane ya. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Atane Ata Show. Today Ghana months, and it's a very sad day. It's a black day in Ghana. The flags are max high, halfway. Everyone is mourning in Ghana, and every Ghanaian for that matter. Those of us in abroad, we've been mourning as well with everyone in Ghana, and it's a very devastated day. I can't lie. My brother and I, it's been on our head. My parents, everyone talking about it, and it's, as we all know, the devastating crash, the helicopter crash that happened, and the loss of these 8 beautiful souls, I should say, because looking on social media, listening to people, and the kind of testimonials that people are giving about them is very sad. Like I said, I've been following the Parliament of Ghana. So as the defense minister was recently there talking about the presidential jet and how it was being serviced in France and all these things, it's sad. But the one person that we've listened to and felt like his testimonial is a bit touchy, is on a different level, was Rashid Tanko Computer, the assistant or the deputy election director for the NDC. Because Honorable Omanebo Ama is his boss, he's the director for election for the NDC, and they said his strategies is what caused the NDC to come back into power. And if you can remember, even on the day after election when they were counting, he was there with His Excellency the President of Ghana, then a candidate. But so this is what he said.
I don't know. Yesterday was the most darkest day in the history, I would say in the history of my life, actually. And a death of a person has never hit me hard like yesterday.
Wow.
Yes. Because knowing the person that I worked with closely, Omanebo Ama, at least expected he was about going. Because as of yesterday in the morning, 7:45, we were discussing very important national issue.
Oh, yesterday?
Yesterday.
7:45
a.m. The chats are still here. So daily, when it comes to election matters and all that, we share. He will give us directions and all that. I've never seen a gem like that in the business of elections. He was like a chairman in a boardroom. He will come out with strategy, with plan. When you come with your plan, Omani will look at you and ask you simple questions. What you have brought, does it make sense to you? If it makes sense to me, then it makes sense to me. You reflect back before you now go ahead. He never disclosed to us that he was going for the trip. So when he was telling us about what to do for the Akotia, what to do, go and do this, you take charge of this, you do this, you come with your report, this and that. 11 something, then the story started coming.
Where were you then?
I was in my office. Jack, I collapsed. I didn't understand what was going on. I said from 88 up to now, it was yesterday, tears started flowing my eyes. I was just looking at this. What is this? A dream story? What is happening? Such a brilliant person I've ever met. Omani hardly talks. You only put pen and paper. And then what you put on paper, anywhere you are going, you go with it. And you come back with results. That was the kind of person he was. You go, sit down before you, Mani will tell you, look, don't go to TV station or radio station unprepared. If you know you are not prepared, don't appear there at all. These are the areas you should handle. Don't go this path, go this path. And you always succeed in that aspect. Brother Moro, Ghana, we have lost again. Just last week in his office, we met all our directors of elections after we've won and all that, had very beautiful discussions with them and all that, putting strategies. I took down the news and then we're about starting implementing some of the things we discussed, and the man left us midway like this. It's very bad, very, very terrible. Mutala was my junior in the training college. We attended the same training college, Tamale teacher training college. Once I was in my final year, they came in the first year. So I knew him from afar. I mean, and later on, very close, working together when he was the MP for Nanton, and later on Tamale. I know his passion for the youth, especially Tamale Enclave. Mutala will meet me and say, you know, you always say, a computer, what are we doing for the youth over there? We have to do something for them. They have worked hard. They need jobs. You guys must create something, bring up something. I'm also doing something. Let's get them employed. That was his passion. Tamale was in his head. I didn't know that he was part of the delegation. Until when the gentleman who called me was mentioning the name, I just threw the phone away. And even the most interesting aspect and sad part of it is Samuel Sapon. We had we meet always on Tuesdays, Functional Executive Committee meeting.
Okay.
So when we met on Tuesday, actually he requested that I give him a laptop. He wanted to give to his grandsons and all that. I said, National Vice Chairman, so we there. A simple matter. So I gave him 2. So that Tuesday, he was thanking me. I always call him my father, we'll talk, and then National Chairman announced to us at the meeting that there was this program that they were going to attend in Obuasi, and they needed senior officials like the FEC members to be present. But he had already had some program lined out, so he was not able to go. He won't be able to go. So he needed another person. And General Secretary also said, oh, it's too short, it's just been announced, and the thing is tomorrow, because he has some other program he has penciled to attend. Then Kobe Ballon suggested that, look, National Vice Chairman, you are here, Dr. Sapon. It's from your region. You should represent us. And he's the type, he would never resist anything FEC will ask him to do. That was the kind of person he was, Dr. Sapon. Very passionate for the NDC. Not knowing the FEC was goodbying him like that. In fact, I'm told his driver collapsed because he drove him to. Yes, he drove him Air Force Base.
Little did you know that was going to be
the last he was going to do. And then the Abuaji, you know, Abuaji, our candidate for Boise East, he also works with NADMO. He's a deputy executive director of NADMO. So he was representing NADMO in the delegation because the minister was supposed to be there. Interior Minister, Muntaka. That's why he broke down. Because he would have been part of the names that we are mentioning.
Yeah.
Muntaka was going to be part of them.
I'm told with Sami Jemfi.
Yes, they were going to join the team. And that's why he broke down. Because therefore, it was just with some few minutes for him to come. I think something took him off. He has to stay back in the office to deal with. And then they had to go. The heli was to go and come back and pick the second delegation. Hey! That was this thing. Limuna, another gentleman par excellence. You know, I worked closely. When I got to know Limuna very well when he became the regional minister. We worked very closely. Limuna will always ask you, how do we go about this? How do we go about this? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Because he knows that we were in the political terrain and he was now joining us up. And then we worked closely until he was reshuffled to our Greek ministry. That this joint didn't come. We're still together. And you know, after we lost power in 2016, he worked closely with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to the extent when His Excellency established his farm at Busuna around this place. Limuna was part of the team managing the farms. When it comes to our Greek and then human relations and all, fantastic. Limuna was not interested in getting any job. He didn't want any job. He said he wanted to continue this great thing he's doing with the president and do his business and other things. He wasn't interested in public service job anymore. But you know our math, pressure. The government is in power. You are not getting job, as if they have forgotten of him. But he said, well, since the pressure is there and the presidency also wants me to serve the nation, why not? He cannot tell the president, I won't do the job. It's called duty. So he accepted to work with Razak as a deputy. I think this is his first assignment. Yes. First major assignment is going with this. From morning, at the time it happened, up to even I couldn't control myself. 3 young men. Another, I know his father. His father was also a squadron leader from science and tech and all that. 3 young guys. Just lost them like that. We have to thank His Excellency for declaring 3-day national mourning. After my boss, if I'm going to talk about him, Omane Boama, we'll talk up to evening. We'll end the show. He was a friend, a father, and a teacher. I was learning. The man had a library, full library in his house. Omane from the office, he doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't have friends, so he will go and sit anywhere, straight to his house, to the library. That's how he was. He wrote a book. He was about launching the book this year.
Yeah, he's launched one already.
Yes.
Which was, I think, was about nukes.
Yes, nukes.
Yes.
This one is about atomils.
Oh,
I'm telling you, the stuff he's put in there, that book would have hit the political landscape and reshaped the way it is. He finished it. In fact, I'm sure he wanted to launch it in, I think, in September, because we're forcing him to write a book on the election, 2024, how we transverse up to this. Then he said, yes, because of the Atamils book, he wants to launch that one and then continue. No, he started writing the book. We didn't even know. He started writing the book about what happened in 2024, the strategy, the plan, the processes, and all that, how we navigate the processes, and this body camera thing.
Oh, I think that's the book,
That is
isn't
it.
it?
That is it. That is the book.
Oh, A Peaceful Man.
Yes. That's
Wow.
it. That's the book.
Wow. Oh, Mane Boama, that's it. I see.
Yes.
A peaceful man in an African democracy.
I'm telling you.
Oh, so
The
the book is
stuff
actually
in the
ready.
book.
It was
It's ready.
it was
Everything is
just
set.
waiting to launch it.
Waiting to be launched. Such a brainy chap. And he was writing on election too. That is the painful aspect. You know, he was a type who didn't like talking plenty. So I was just a striker. They pass the ball and they'll fire. But the real footwork and all this was coming from him. Mahdi, Yaira, and then Atabate. One of the fond memories I will always cherish, and I said I will continue to choose him even in the next world as my boss, was the day the Electoral Commission came out with the register with that summaries, totals. Mani told me, keep your eye on these people, on the ball. This will make or break NDC. If we falter here, we have doom. Keep your eye on it. Don't fear. That is how we survived. We held them after midnight and refused to accept anything thrown at us. And so when he came out with the body cameras thing, people thought it's just a normal body camera. It's a code. It is only the team that can decode it for you. It was a strategy that was coded with the term body cameras. So on December 7th, 2024, when he announced midday, activate body cameras, people didn't understand. They thought we had some cameras in their bodies, and it was a code. And we knew how it was going to be played. He's gone. We know it. We will keep it alive. We will still keep the code for another important activities that the party will call us to come and do. This was the man we're talking about. The team he assembled, trained us together, worked together with them, opened our eyes about certain things, how to go about matters of this nature. When you reflect back and sit down, we've lost him. I said, no, it's a dream. It cannot be true. Full of life. Full of life. If it was to be health, health will not kill Omanimo for now. Health-wise. The man doesn't joke with his health. Eating the kind of food he eats, he's always moving with sanitizer, and to make sure that even COVID has gone, he has his masks always with him. You know, he's a seasoned doctor. So he will always tell you, you take your life for granted. You people, you eat by heart. Anytime you go and say you want lunch, this thing time, that's not the time to be eating. He will always cool us. When you are in a meeting, sometimes Mad will say, you know your boss doesn't like eating, or you will sneak and let's go and eat and come. Because for him, he can sit from morning after, only tea or some small thing. This day, it was a serious deed, what we are just showing over there. It wasn't for jokers. We didn't get the victory on silver platter. We had to follow up because we knew what our opponents were planning with the EC. And such a fine brain is gone. Moro, we have lost a gem.
It's very sad. And today, at the presidency, they had to go and lay flowers. The president was there. He was in tears. The vice president, Nana Opoku Ajiman, was also there. Everyone, chief of staff Julius Debra, you can visibly see him in tears. And even if it's haters like this, how much more people that were close to them, people that knew them on a personal level. So I think that this is different. Is a black week. Not even there. Black week. 3 days of mourning declared by the president, and it's very sad. But all what we can say is we mourn with them, we mourn with their family. May their souls rest in peace. May God, may Allah, may them rest in peace. And let's take a lesson from this. Today we are here, tomorrow we might not be. So guys, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. Let us know if you had any encounter with them. It's very sad. Thanks for watching.